I was on mute the whole time. Goddamn. Omar Davis redemption. Sorry about that, guys. Omar Davis redemption. I told y'all. Omar's like, I told you, release the report. FINSAC lies destroyed. All right. The title of the video: Mystic Sensation prove Omar Davis PMP a hero. A hero. You understand what I'm saying? He's a hero in this regard. All right. Hey, I'm just telling y'all. Yeah, I know. I'm unmuted now. It's a good thing I was muted. Yeah, God made sure I was muted a while ago because I was saying some stuff. I was going off. I was going off about this demon. But anyway, we're going to disagree on that. It is what it is until the time comes and you're going to say, Bolo, you was right. My Mystic Sensation proved Omar Davis, PMP, a FINSAC hero. Come on, man. Let's get into this, man. Let's really get into this. All right? Yeah. Let's talk about it. I want you guys to listen keenly because this is a long video and I gotta speed it up a little bit because Mr. Mystic Sensation, shout out to him and his wife, you know, he be talking kind of slow, and this video is a long video.
The FINSAC report, right, as it relates to what I summarized, international entity is applauding Omar Davis for what he had done as it relates to the 1995 meltdown in terms of triggering FINSAC. Not only that, you're going to see in the report, international banks outside, I'm going to show you the report. International banks outside applauded Omar Davis, right? And what the FINSAC report is going to reveal, that several of Jamaica Labour Party cabinet members were part of the problem in terms of utilizing big loans and departing on those loans. Not only that, evidence there to show you that they also was oppressed with unsecured loans and did not pay back the loans. But the wickedest things of this all is for Andrew Honest to know what transpired with the FINSAC situation as related to the 1995 financial meltdown. And Andrew Honest went on the campaign trail, my people, my Jamaican people, when I said that Andrew Honest is a pathological lie. Andrew Honest did not hesitate. And so then let us show the evidence of Andrew Honest and the campaign trail, knowing to the fact that most of the damage as it relates to the 1995 financial meltdown, the Jamaica Labour Party operatives, including Ardley Shaw, were a part of the problem. And so then, as from tonight, for persons who have believed that it is the PNP, right, who caused the financial meltdown, that lie that has been sold for most of the political years.
Talk about it.
1995.
Talk about
the vicious lies on the campaign trail. Now we have the truth to dissect the truth, and I'm going to expose the report.
A lot of political lies, man.
Right, and for all of those who on social media, mainstream media, right, electronic media, print media, who have been carrying a story how long that it is the PNP. We heard Vlogger is saying how the PNP vicious to execute the financial meltdown, and many people lost on the PNP, this and the PNP that. But now tonight, they will be seeing the report up front and close.
Everything that this man is saying, as a young man growing up, I heard about the PNP and this FINSAC report and this FINSAC thing. I heard horrible things about the PNP and FINSAC. Nothing good. So let's go. All right. What happened?
To know that the Jamaica Labour Party and the ruthlessness of this, that SSL, and that's why Nigel Clark, you and Andrew Honest, the very same thing that had done to cause the 1995 financial meltdown, is the same execution in SSL. The very same execution in SSL under the Andrew-led government.
Wow.
We cannot in any way allow the performance of the government to be devalued in the minds of the people. I find it a curious argument that the party that is responsible for FINSAC, the greatest devastation of Jamaica's economic base, the cause of great poverty in the country. It's a curious position from a party that decimated Jamaica's middle class, Jamaica's skills and talent,
Wow.
where all those people left the country, not just with their skills and talent, but with their resources, that under their watch, murders crossed the 1,000 threshold and have stayed there since. Curious argument for them to want to rehold the office of government purely on the basis that some time has come. There is no commitment, no vision, nothing has been put forward that would demonstrate that they would be able to handle the challenges that we have had as a government better than how we have done it.
Now, people, when we listen to that, what Andrew Horner said right there, that what had done in 1995 was the greatest devastation of Jamaica economic base. More than 40% of GDP had lost. And there Andrew Horner spoke as the gravity of the poverty that had instituted there and the pressure of the Jamaican people. Known to the fact. We heard that, what Andrew Horner said. And knowing to the fact that what we discovered tonight is the very same GLP members, particular cabinet members, who had been part and parcel of the financial meltdown in the 1995. We cannot get it wicked. There's no adjective to describe this grossness of Andrew Horner. But not only that, people, is that Andrew Horner came out of the campaign and said that. And then in SSL, and you know what? I'm not even going to touch SSL. The very same thing that covers the 1995 financial meltdown. We have Andrew Horner, the Prime Minister who had gotten a loan from Berita, $50 million unsecured loans. Unsecured loans.
Helen Hadsell was able to win any competition she took part in. She was known as the contest queen.
Unsecured loans. So Berita needed also to be scrutinized as to why Andrew Horner had gotten that loan. I want you to see where this is going in. And the reasons why Andrew Horner don't want FID to dig deeper in. And where he's going to the court. I want you to see where this is going.
That's very suspicious.
It's very same behavior as it relates to Paul Cheng-Young and Associates, e-merchant banks, as it relates to Donovan Crawford, giving Edward Seaga, let me call the name, because it is not like any one can source for that. Facts. Giving Edward Seaga unsecured loans. Not only Edward Seaga, now we get to understand that many of them, the Jamaica Labour Party operatives, have gotten unsecured loans, taking advantage of poor people, and yet have the audacity to coming out on campaign and say it's the PNP. PNP that institutes FINSAC to save the banking sector. It is the PNP.
Wow.
I never know that it was the PNP who had borrowed loans and default on their loans. Huge loans. Huh? I never know that was the PNP. It was Omar Davis who went to the bank and borrowed. Make you speak on the program, right, since you called, and while we are preparing the FINSAC document. So go ahead, sir, and speak.
Let me just say this. Believe in FINSAC time. The amount of technical people that leave Jamaica in the past 3 years, this country cannot be built back without those technocrats. You hear me say to you?
Yes.
Cannot be built back without those technocrats. Technocrats see them good job in the ministries and agencies and I wash plate of foreign. I watch plate and sweep floor. You can manage that, especially in terms of financial needs in the country. When I talk about leave who? Right?
Effects of the macroeconomic at the hearing, Dr. Davis. Summary of the. All right, blessings, Donovan. All right. So we are going to get into the summary of Dr. Davis' evidence.
All right.
Right? Number 5, and I want people to follow as it relates
Pay
to
attention,
the
guys.
pages. Right, so this is page 34.
Let me boom
Right,
up this
summary
summer.
of Dr. Davis' evidence. During an exchange with the commission at the hearing, Dr. Davis candidly admitted that all of the various aspects of the macroeconomic management would be area of concern, and he shared the responsibility of the fiscal and monetary policies of the country. Dr. Davis was therefore in a unique position to identify, assess, right, and analyze the factors which would have contributed to the financial situation into which the commission was inquiring. Dr. Davis addressed the various issues in the course of his oral and written evidence. The issues can be summarized under the following 4 headings. A, was the crisis in the financial sector caused by the administration's interest rate policy, right? And that is what a lot of people talking about the financial, the FINSAC, right? The high rate policy that they set, right, for the debtors. B, were the owners, senior management of the affected financial institution treated fairly. C, was FINSAC operated in a professional and transparent manner in dealing with bad debtors. 4, was the sale of the portfolio of bad loans to JRF handled fairly and in a transparent manner. Let us look at the causes of the crisis. The conventional wisdom is that the cause of the crisis in the financial sector was the government high interest rate policy. Dr. Davis' response to this charge is twofold. First, similar financial crises have occurred worldwide and in many of those jurisdictions, example, Scandinavia, Japan, and the United States of America, right? They have occurred during period characterized by extremely low interest rates. Objective analysis of the causes of such crisis invariably point to bad operational practices, right, in the institutions and the failure of regulatory system either to detect such practices or to act quickly once they are detected. They are clear lessons of Jamaica. So right there, what he's talking about in terms of what causes the financial meltdown was that these banks, right, were operating without certain guidelines, right, and going against policy guidelines, right, particularly in terms of giving out also an secured loan. And for many persons who have invested their money, it relates to Cheng-Young and associates, right, all those investments, right, get caught up on a lot of problems. Now, close home, Trinidad and Tobago is still grappling with a resolution to the collapse of the PICO group. The March 2011 IMF country report on Trinidad and Tobago analyzes that collapse and makes reference to the 1990s crisis in Jamaica. In analyzing the causes of the crisis, the IMF highlights the bad operational practices of the failed institution. So let us point out that clear. What causes the crisis? Right now, FINSAC, the IMF highlights the bad operational practices of the failed institution.
Stop. Give me a few seconds of your time, please. Don't be surprised.
That is very significant, guys. And we have to go back because you see them ads always come sometime.
The IMF highlight the bad operational practices of the failed institution. So it is not FINSAC. Right, so we want to get that clear out there. There is no mention made of high interest rates. So this is enough. Let us, for people to have an understanding where the report is going. And for people who is talking about, right, FINSAC high interest rates, right, that cause, right, the bad debt. Now we are talking about professional entity in analyzing the causes of our crisis. The IMF highlights the bad operational practices of the failed institutions. We are going to see where people have been given loans, Seaga have been given loans, right? Shah have been given loans, and many more people. So this is the fundamental thing that the IMF is saying. I like here the bad operational practices of failed institutions. There is no mention made of high interest rates. So let us get that clear for people who have been accusing, right, Second point is that although there was a period when interest rates were high, the use of this lever of macro.
Before we even go further, that we have to highlight that the IMF is identifying that the reason for that the chaos that happened, the financial meltdown that happened, is not because of FINSAC. All right, so that it's right there in the report in the summary. So that's the first indication that all the things that the JLP, the Prime Minister, was saying is not true. He was spreading propaganda. They made it seem like it was the PMP's fault, like FINSAC did all of it. It's not true. It's a flat out lie.
Economic policy cannot be taken out of context. Many persons who assert that high interest rates represented the fundamental cause of the crisis fail to take into consideration the context in which this policy was pursued. And though that this paragraph goes for the critiques who are talking about FINSAC high interest rate policies that drive people into bad debts and so forth, right? So the investigation is clearing that up. Now, remember, I know.
All right, you hear that? I also heard that. They blamed everything on FINSAC, yo.
It's Jamaica Labour Party done this investigation, you know. You can't say PLP do it, you know.
Exactly.
Done the investigation, you know.
Exactly.
Okay. What is
and for the persons out there that I've seen in comment sections saying that, oh, the JLP is covering for the PMP. Are you slow? Are you slow? You mean the pressure with the JLP under right now with the IC report, amongst other things? You think that the JLP would have a smoking gun like this in our political season, where them are losing at the polls? You think that they would somehow protect the integrity of the PMP?
Stop the cap. Stop the cap right now. Stop the cap. No bullshit, bro.
Man, y'all gotta chill, man. Y'all really gotta chill out. Ain't no way. Ain't no way.
It is a fact that the first half of the 1990s was characterized by high levels of inflation and instability in the foreign exchange market, right? As regards inflation, Jamaica experienced inflation of more than 100% in fiscal year 1993/1994. So
100%?
people will get into know some of the reasons you understand that also contribute to the turmoil. For some years following the liberalization of the foreign exchange system, the market demonstrated extreme instability. So people who wanted to understand that. The cry at the time from both the general public and the business community was for inflation to be controlled and stability to be imposed on the foreign exchange market. With few policy tools available to the authorities, liquidity was tightened in order to make it more costly for currency speculators to buy speculative holding of US dollars, a practice which had been artificially driving up the exchange rate and consequently the rate of the inflation.
So I remember, right, when Andre Stevens had the brother on, I forgot his name, I did a video on it. I think it's Omar. I don't remember his name, but he spoke to this specific thing, the interest rate. So he was explaining what really happened in the FINSAC era, what they was talking about. And he was explaining that, listen, we had a fixed rate for US dollars, and it turned out that the move that they made to go with the market fluctuation of the rate, it was like 6-1, and then it became $16 to 1. So if you owed a certain amount of money, then it's now multiplied because the rate is different, especially if it's a US loan and you put your house up which is not a wise thing to do, just the changing of the rate, you're going to be in trouble. So basically, FINSAC was created to help those people, to bail them out. Obviously, everybody wasn't bailed out, but yeah, the intentions of it was good, which this report is going to show you.
Now, there is the legitimate question as to whether the policy ought to have been pursued as aggressively and for as long as it was. The reality is that during that period, attempts to move gingerly had borne very limited results. The twin challenges of rapid devaluation and high inflation had sowed the seeds of further deterioration right in the economy, as well as possibly social explosion. It is submitted that the context for the decision to tighten liquidity cannot be ignored by the Commission. Dr. Davies accepted that the question of the pace and extent of increase in interest rates is one of which reasonable people may differ. Treatment of owner senior management.
So Omar Davies is actually being fair in his his outlook on everything. He ain't saying that, oh, we was perfect. You know what I'm saying? You could look at it how you want to look at it, but that's how we did it because we thought it was, the right thing to do at the time based on the circumstances. Hey, you can't be mad at that.
It is clear from the evidence that several owners, senior managers, egregiously mismanaged the funds of investors and savers. Now let us go back because this is very important to the people. You understand? I want to break them down and make people, we all reading this and make we all understand. Right? The fundamental situation that caused FINSAC to trigger and the fundamentals that caused the 1995 financial meltdown. Hear what paragraph number 14 is saying. It is clear from the evidence that several owners / senior managers egregiously mismanaged the funds of investors and savers. Nonetheless, some of them are seeking to portray themselves as victims of FINSAC.
So the investors, owners and senior managers, right, egregiously, and that's a big ass word, means just they did a lot of damage, mismanaged the funds of the investors and savers, and then some of them is seeking to portray themselves as a victim of FINSAC. This is where the lie comes in, guys.
Some of these people, right, who their way of doing things that helped to cause the financial meltdown, right, also disguising themselves to portray themselves as victims of FINSAC, right, to tell lie, right, and Omar Davies to say it is FINSAC high interest rate. So I want you to understand that, and where the IMF, the International Monetary Fund, right, IMF, is saying no, that's a lie, total lie.
So the IMF is telling you that's a lie? Come on, man, stop playing. Yo, they gotta chill, man. Whoever made up this lie about y'all gotta chill.
Embarrassing. He needs some milk.
Y'all gotta chill, bro.
No. And it is not only the IMF. What said it? You want to see in the document? Not only the IMF, other international entities. All right. Dr. Davis pointed out that Jamaica had a major problem related to the predominance of the position of executive chairman in several local institutions. This position provided the holder with excessive powers and inadequate checks and balance. You hear that, people?
Whoa.
As CEO.
Excessive powers and inadequate checks and balance. That's always a recipe for disaster. No checks and balance, excessive powers, much like the JLP right now. The Jamaica Labour Party have excessive powers, and there's a little checks and balances at this point. Yep.
He determined what matters were brought to the board, and as chairman, he had significant influence over the selection of other board members, as well as controlling the conduct of the board meetings. As such, several executive chairmen were able to manipulate the affairs of their companies. We want you to hear that, people. Often leaving other board members in the dark. Right? So the behavior of these entities, right? The treatment of these executive chairmen was not based on arbitrary assessment. The government engaged internationally experts in forensic auditing to examine the operations of the institutions which had been intervened. These include Blindquist, AP of Canada, Ernst 86 Young of the UK, and PricewaterhouseCoopers from Canada. Their reports were formally documented and were in evidence before the commission. Sorry about it. Innumerable violations were identified. Innumerable violations were identified. Some of which the government was advised would have led to criminal charges in jurisdiction with more rigorous financial legislations. Violations included the evergreening of loans and the making of excessive collateralized loans to connected parties. Okay, people, here it now. Let me go back over the paragraph here.
Please.
This is what we are talking about in terms of people getting unsecured loans and what the things that you understand was a fundamental thing that caused the 1995 financial meltdown.
Listen.
Let us read it over.
Yes.
Innumerable violations were identified. So this is what the forensic investigators identified. Some of which people, the government was advised, would have led to criminal charges in jurisdictions with more rigorous financial legislations. Violations including the evergreening of loans and the making of excessive under-collateralized loans to connected parties. You hear that? And some of these people who get the loans, we know Ardley Shaw, we know Edward Seaga. They're going into the document. The term evergreening describes the practice whereby a bad loan, right, is sold to another financial entity in the group at face value, thus removing it from the portfolio of the first financial entity. If this process is repeated, it becomes difficult, if not impossible, for the regulators through one of audits to identify the deception. The forensic audits identify evidence of several serious malpractices in these institutions, and these institutions have been redacted. And we know that some of these institutions that have been redacted, right? We know that it was we have the Eagle Merchant Group of companies and all those companies and so forth. The situation was worse within the context of the group of institutions controlled by a set of executive chairmen who call themselves Owners Club. Loans to connected parties. This is what I'm talking about. The Owners Club, loans to connected parties were often transferred between their institutions in order to avoid detection by the regulators.
Oh, shit.
You hear that, people? Right? So we want to make people...
So then basically when I hide then, because it says the Owners Club, loans to connected parties were often transferred between their institutions in order to avoid detection by the regulators. They was doing some foul stuff, man.
See, you understand, investigation, right, done by the forensic expert, and what they are revealing, right, has nothing to do with FINSAC, right, and high interest rates and what some people propagandize, right? The fact of the matter, as it relates to what we are getting out of here, right, executive chairmen who call themselves the Owners Club, loans to connected parties were often transferred between their institutions in order to avoid detection by the regulators. Want you to understand what is going on.
Yeah, man.
When this evidence was presented to the cabinet of the day, it was decided that these owners could not be allowed to continue to operate within the financial sector.
Wow.
Simply put, these owners could not satisfy the fit and proper criteria. Dr. Davis gave evidence that it is a matter of record that an emergency cabinet meeting held on one Sunday at the Vale Royal. Former Bank of Jamaica Governor Jacques Butteridge advised cabinet that it should act decisively against the principles of a set of local institutions. Right? The Bank of Jamaica analysis had identified many of these deficiencies and corrupt practices, which were later confirmed by the forensic auditors.
So Dr. Davis, in his wisdom, said, listen, we have to keep a meeting right away. We cannot allow these entities to continue to operate in Jamaica because it's unlawful and it's corrupt. It's immoral. So where is the FINSAC caused all of this business? Where is the blaming of Omar Davis? What is this? What is this? The evidence is not backing up what they are saying. That's crazy.
The people, we not tell no lie. Right? Remember now, the Jamaica Labour Party paid for this report, I know. Right? And here it is. Right?
Why Andrew Onis, bro. Yo, them I was saying in Jamaica, cock mouth kill cock. You embody that. Yo, this man embodies that phrase. So you came out talking about your party is gonna be, corruption free, all of this wonderful stuff. 8 people under investigation for illicit enrichment, including you. What kind of is that? Now, FINSAC, it's Omar Davis and the PMP fault, and we are the ones that's fixing it. Report comes out. This is not true. Crime is always over 1,000 with them. Huh? And you trying to convince us through the media that crime is going down, nobody is buying it. Like, man, bro, you taking L's all over. That's crazy.
It has nothing to do as it relates to what they are running propaganda about in terms of FINSAC, right, policies and high interest rate. Here it is. Dr. Davis gave the evidence that it is a matter of record that an emergency cabinet meeting held one Sunday at the Vale Royal, former Bank of Jamaica Governor Jacques Beziris advised cabinet that it should act decisively against the principles of a set local institutions. The Bank of the Jamaican analysis had identified, right, many of the deficiencies and corrupt practices, which were later confirmed by the forensic auditors, right? Most of these people who were doing it, right, were associates of the Jamaica Labour Party. The commissioners are also invited to reflect on the fact that during the period of the crisis, the local subsidiaries of Bank of Nova Scotia, CIBC, and Citibank were not affected, right? So these main banks were not affected. Neither were several local institutions, including Jamaica National Building Society and the credit unions. These institutions were operating in the same macroeconomic environment with the same high interest rate, but they prospered. Why the difference? Okay, so here's the full proof, people, in terms of what I'm saying. That when people talking about FINSAC and the high interest rate, right? Other institutions, remember now, the institutions that fall in, let me make you understand the report, right? Is the Paul Cheng and Associates, right? As it relates to the Eagle Merchant banks and all those banks, right? As it relates to what they were doing with investors' money. They weren't investing in investors' money. They were actually stealing the money and buying up properties all over in Miami, Florida, right? And they were giving loans to their friends, unsecured loans to their friends. So we want to know, put the people so that the people can understand. No, these institutions were operating in the same macroeconomic environment with the same high interest rate that was set, but they prospered. Why the difference?
Man, oh man. Yo, it's over. It's over. That part alone kills all of the argument about high interest rates. How did those entities that's named in that paragraph, how did they prosper? They were in the same economic environment. So the real reason is the corruption with those entities and what they was doing. Damn, come on, hey. JLP, Andrew Onis, Nigel Clark, all this y'all.
Stop it. Get some help.
Just get some help, man. Get some goddamn help, man. Y'all are
guilty. That nigga is guilty.
And all I gotta say is, ladies and gentlemen, this is why
a corrupt government cannot liberate the people. If the head of the stream is corrupt, the entire river will be also.
And I just don't trust these guys. Anything that come out their mouth anymore, I'm done.
Something not right, my wisdom warriors. Something is not right.
I'm done.
Tell about them.
The facts and the evidence speak for itself.
So then, if it was the high interest rate, right? Why these institutions prosper under that where many of you running propaganda to talk about FINSAC, high interest rate, and people can pay and they take this and take away that, right? Now you have a forensic expert here, right? Is making, right, the comparison, right, and showing you that no, this was a cause of what happened as it relates to the 1995 financial meltdown. What causes the meltdown, right, was the illegal operation of these entities.
I get paid $25 an hour.
Right? Giving out unsecured loans, right? And doing their anti-panky, right? They weren't investing those investors' money. They stole the investors' money, just like what SSL had done the very same behavior. So I want people to identify that. It is submitted that the difference lay in the fact that these other institutions operated within much stricter regulatory guidelines. It was not possible for the CEOs of the later group of institutions to take arbitrary decisions, to make questionable loans, right? As we're talking about those unsecured loans, to make questionable loans, to use short-term funding to acquire long-term illiquid assets, or to invest in the sectors of the real economy in which they had no expertise.
So if you're following, the managers of those companies that were not affected, they had regulatory guidelines, and they did not have excessive power, which is the opposite of the other entities that failed. Man, come on, you can't make this up. Hey, this is tough, man.
All lies will be exposed. That's
I'm
all.
learning.
And anyone who takes that the wrong way, know why they take it the wrong way.
I'm learning. Wow, man. That's crazy.
Yet another corrupt practice came to the fore. Following the completion of the forensic audit, it was revealed that many of the bad debtors were simultaneously clients of several institutions. The clients used their contacts and connections to secure loans from several domestically owned banks. So we want to tell the bank around what used to happen. With few of these loans ever serviced in line with the loan agreement. Want to hear that, people? Want to hear this?
The clients use their contacts and connections to secure loans. So what I'm understanding is that there was a small group of people that got different loans from different institutions using their contacts and connections. So nepotism, cronyism, corruption. Dang. That's crazy. That's crazy. Exactly, Sherman. First time see you in the chat, Sherman. Salute to you. How you doing? Oh, you got a channel. I'm subbing up. I like your smile. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. Shout out to Sherman W in the building. You feel me? Y'all can go check her out. Sherman, drop your link in the chat. Yeah. See, you got a channel there. Wait a minute, you said always watching the videos? Yeah, God now sleep. You know what thing go. Thank you for supporting the platform. Go ahead and drop your link. You always watching the videos after the live. Oh, this is the first time you catching the live? Alright, so what I want everybody to do, sub up and click the bell and click all. And if that doesn't work, reach out to me on WhatsApp, so you can be a part of the WhatsApp group or the WhatsApp broadcast list. All right. So drop the link to your channel, Sherman.
And understand the report as we break them down. There has since been independent confirmation of these matters. A number of owners and senior managers have been taken before the courts. Of course, as we indicate below, the courts including the Privy Council, and we are going to get to that Privy Council document and show you where Seaga and Dan Crawford, right, in that Privy Council document, you understand, as it relates to the bad loans being given out.
Oh shoot, so Seaga in a mix of all of this? Wow. Shout out to Andrea Black. You said you too? Oh man, thank you so much. But same thing, just click the bell, click all, and there she just dropped the link, guys. Sherman W, go check her out. All right, give us some support, man. I know how it is. You just starting out on YouTube, and you know you're trying to get your channel out there and everything. You know what I'm saying? And I've been blessed. I've got a lot of love and support from good people on this app. So yo, I'ma spread the same. You feel me? And my spirit just moved me to you know, let you get your mod stick and share your link. You feel me? So yeah, you know, God bless you. God bless your channel. And you know what I'm saying? I hope you do great. You know what I mean? What are they going to say now? Pat W, I don't know what them are gonna say now. What them are gonna say about them now? What them are gonna say about them now? You can't argue facts and evidence, you know? You can't argue facts and evidence.
We are going to show you we have the evidence here tonight. Right?
Oh, Mystic. I'm here for it. That's why I did this live. Go ahead, man. Go ahead.
Have considered and ruled on these issues and have concluded in every instance that owners, managers were guilty of the egregious breaches described above and others, and they were not unfairly treated. Now let me read back that over. And the reason why I'm going to read back that over, the propagandists who are spreading propaganda, that is the PLP who caused FINSAC, right? And the FINSAC irate policy. You understand?
Screen record this or screenshot that part of the article, all right?
And that bring the finance certain banking sectors to their knees and all of that, all those lies and those propaganda. Let us read and refresh again. There are since been independent confirmation of these matters. A number of owners and senior managers have been taken before the courts. As we indicated below, the courts including the Privy Council, and we are going to get into that court ruling to show people because I have it, so I'm going to get into that court ruling. I've considered and ruled against on these issues and have concluded in every instance that the owners and managers, not FINSAC, owners and managers were guilty of the egregious breaches described above and others, and that they were not unfairly treated.
All lies will be exposed. That's all. And anyone who takes that the wrong way, know why they take it the wrong way.
Man, drop the microphone. Goodness gracious. There's more?
It is submitted that there is no evidence of any arbitrary or unfair treatment of owners or senior managers, and that the evidence is all to the contrary. We refer to two particular cases in relation to which there was substantial evidence before the commission. Let us get to that now. Look who come up now in the report, people. Senior. No, people. See one of the old culprit here? You understand yourself? So we could go into the culprit business.
Tonight, we are going to witness the most anticipated match in the history.
Hey, get the flame emojis. Get the flame emojis in the chat. Come
for
on.
The heavyweight championship of the world.
We're going to talk about one of the heavy hitters. Come on.
Are you ready?
Come on. Talk to me. Let's go.
Wrestling fans.
Let's go.
Are you
ready? It's about to heat up. It's about to heat up. Come on, man.
For the thousands in attendance.
Yeah.
And the millions watching around the world. From the capital city of the United States of America. Washington, D.C.
Yeah.
Ladies and gentlemen.
Yeah. Let's go. Let's go. Let's talk about Dr. Chen-Young.
Now, Chen-Young, before me even read it, is one of the main perpetrators as it relates to the financial meltdown that also triggered FINSAC. You understand how the government have to back the bad debts. This is the man. Where am I going with this? This is the man that you Cross-Kerry link with. And now this is the man, you Cross-Kerry, that Andrew Wallace and Nigel Clark link with. So people, understand where I'm going? So when we talk about the 1995 financial meltdown, you are seeing now SSL now has relived some of that behavior. Chen-Young, right, wrapped up investors' money, take out of their money and go and buy property in Florida. Yes, people, buy properties in Florida.
Allegedly. Lord have mercy. Remember, I'm a student. I'm just a student. Let me put this down here. They ain't gonna come for me, boy. Hell no. I'm a student. Lord, I'm a student. I'm only a student. I don't know nothing about this stuff. All right? Leave me alone, all right? Yes, sir. Yeah, I ain't into know none of that stuff, all right? I am a student of this This thing right here. Yep, let me drop that right there. The views and opinions of Mystic Sensation is not necessarily that of myself on this platform. I am merely reacting to this video. Fair use, fair use. This is for education and entertainment purposes, of course, both. So I am entertained and being educated at the same time because I don't know what the hell you talking about. So let's go. Let's go.
Who you think was running along with Paul Chen-Young? No other than you, Prosperity, the man who owned SSL and changed Paul Chen-Young and Associates into SSL. No one.
Nah, bro.
Hey, boy.
Nah, bro.
Oh my God, bro.
Oh, hell no, man. No way.
Hey, yo.
No way.
All lies will be exposed.
No way.
That's all.
No way.
And anyone who takes that the wrong way know why they take it the wrong way.
Hey, yo, bro, you can't be serious, bro.
No other than you, Prosperity, the man who
what?
Buy properties in Florida. Who you think was running along with Paul Chen-Young? No other than you, Prosperity, the man who owned SSL and changed Paul Chen-Young and Associates into SSL. No one people to know that. Right? And so then, here it is. Where Nigel Clark don't want to.
Man, if you appreciate the platform, please hit the like button and share the live with 10 people. Lord have mercy.
Pause the investigation and reveal everything in totality about FINSAC and where Prowl recommended charges, right, as it relates to SSL, and where the DPP, right, sit on those names. He prepared the evidence. So let us.
The DPP?
What? So into the reading. Dr. Chen-Young gave evidence to the commission by video link. Yeah, by video link. It is submitted that Dr. Chen-Young's evidence was contradicted by the documents which were in evidence before the commission.
Wow.
And was also inherently inconsistent and not credible
in several respects. Damn, he flat out lied. Damn.
Get out there. That nigga is get out there.
Wow.
I don't know people want to understand where I go. You understand? Because of course, he now becomes the main player, right? And so then now him under the microscope, so I tell PLI now. Both our Supreme Court, hear this people, both our Supreme Court and our Court of Appeal have considered Dr. Chen-Young's management of the EFFEs and have held that there was evidence of serious breaches and fiduciary duty. On hear that people? On hear that people? On hear that?
Emotional damage.
Me don't want to hear nobody out of the mouth to talk about PNP cause FINSAC or Omar Davis cause the 1995 meltdown. FINSAC only created to manage the bad debts. You understand? These are the culprits, people. Paul Chen-Young and the others.
Man, shots fired. This report exposed a few people so far. Those other people, I'm not even gonna look up their names and put their picture up. But yeah, I'm probably gonna look up their names to do the thumbnail. Lord have mercy. Who's it? Is it Paul Cheng-Young? Let me look him up. Lord have mercy.
Who get benefited? Who have been benefited, including Arden Shaw. No wonder why Holland with it up saying, man. They said gotta beat him. No wonder why Holland with it up so. What can go so? They gotta beat him from anger, man.
Gotta beat all of them, man.
And then no wonder why I'm linked up with one thief in Pastor now in Manchester.
Gotta beat up all of them,
brother. Try to make the thief in Pastor cleanse him soul. You understand? But guess what? The Pastor and self need cleansing. Both our Supreme Court, you know, and our Court of Appeal have considered Dr. Chen-Young management of the EFFS and have held that there was evidence of serious breaches of fiduciary duty on the thing. Could you hide the reporter for me? Yeah, man. Yeah, man. Mystic Sensation United now. I'm glad I don't know expose it, you know. Because we couldn't keep it down any longer. We JLP, we couldn't keep it down any longer. We no longer keep this down. The Court of Appeal had to determine whether there was sufficient evidence that Dr. Chen-Young had breached his fiduciary duty to the EFEs to justify a freezing order against his assets. The Court of Appeal dismissed Dr. Chen-Young's appeal, right? Because he want to appeal, you know. But his appeal was baseless, has no grounds. And why they dismissed it? The Court of Appeal finding that there was indeed sufficient evidence of breaches. You hear that, people? You hear that? So him lose him appeal. Him have no grounds to appeal.
Damn.
Because what? The Court of Appeal do what? Finding that there was what? Indeed sufficient evidence of breaches.
Damn.
People don't follow me tonight. Follow me tonight.
Damn.
So the neighbor right them, they call him and tell him to come over. The case went to trial and in Eagle Commercial Bank of Jamaica Limited and another V. Paul Cheng-Young and others. Let me go in it now, people. We are going at the mess here. The case went to trial and in Eagle Commercial Bank of Jamaica Limited and another V. Paul Cheng-Young and others. The Supreme Court held that Dr. Cheng-Young was guilty of multiple breaches of the fiduciary duties he owed to the EFEs. The judge held. Now, hear this now, people. I believe that based upon the evidence which has been accepted by this court in relation to the several issues, there can be no doubt that Dr. Chen-Young, Stephen Paul Chen-Young, and Croskery has been guilty of breach of his fiduciary duties at common law, and he is not protected by the Articles of Association purportedly put forward in his defense by his counsel.
Guilty! That nigga is guilty!
And listen, I just looked up the brother. He passed at 82. But my goodness. My goodness. Wow. 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 You know what would be interesting to look up? Articles of Association, exactly. You know what would be interesting to look up? Where are the family members of this man? And what are they doing? What are their involvement, if any, in the affairs of Jamaica? That's what I would like to know. I would love for Mystic Sensation to do a deep dive into what these people are doing right now at present. Something to think about. Something to think about.
Now, telling you, Nigel Clark, you and Andrew Honest, you don't need to expose the SSL. Because when you carry off FINSAC 2.0 in SSL, let me go 29. You think me don't even know tonight? Me don't know tonight. Finally, in considering the propriety of Dr. Chen-Young's involvement in the loans advanced by the Eagle Commercial Bank to a company in which he had an interest, the court found that in these circumstances, it would seem that the breach of duty owed on the part of the first defendant to those whom it was his duty to protect, and the first defendant is Paul Chen-Young, does constitute equitable fraud. You know hear that, people? People know hear that? Let me read it back over again. In these circumstances, it would seem that the breach of duty owed on the part of the first defendant to those whom it was his duty to protect, which is Paul Chen-Young, does indeed constitute equitable fraud. And I mean this up. At the court I say.
They were frauds, man. Yep. Went to Florida. Died at 82. I don't think he ever went to prison. I'm not sure.
During his cross-examination before the commission, Dr. Chen-Young's memory failed at critical times. Yes, me know his memory would have failed. His memory would have failed, people. Yes, his memory would have failed.
What do you mean in memory fail? You have amnesia? How are the backside?
And it look like Andrew Owners memory fail. Andrew Owners no member set a GLP operatives caused the financial meltdown. All when the plan about PNP. Which part in this speak about PNP? Where in this speak about PNP? Giving out any loans, unsecured loans. Eh? And who get the benefit of those unsecured loans? Arden Shaw, I'm not stop calling name. Edward Seaga, I'm not stop calling name. And you have some names, you know. The way we get them, you know, we don't want to call them, you know. You understand? Because we don't want people to understand. You understand who? You understand? But now we call them out, you know. Some of that time, now we call them out, you know. Yes, most of GLP cabinet member involved in this and come. When you see them now come, they talk about FINSAC. You understand? Devastating. The greatest devastation of Jamaica economic base. Wicked plus tax. So again, let me repeat this. For all them and those and the naysayers who are saying that GLP and PNP are the same thing, one of a kind. You understand? No for what they're talking about. Now when they are to never write a shame on a shame. On a shame. And because on a shame now, I don't want to fling PNP now on the business. You know what that brighty. During this cross-examination before the commission, Dr. Cheng-Young no that brighty. During this cross-examination before the commission, Dr. Chen-Young memory fail at critical times. Yes, me know that them memory fail. None of them social media bloggers want to talk about PNP and JLP are the same thing. Them memory.
I was just telling y'all that was Dr. Paul Chen-Young. I didn't realize I was muted, but yeah, that's him.
And others, he simply evaded the questions. Just like our Andrew Owners, they evade the Integrity Commission questions. And so then it have to go on to feed. So people more want to see the behavior of them. Credible witness. When you hear that people, you understand we want to see the behavior of them? The commission is asked to bear in mind the witness demeanor and to conclude that he was not a credible witness. When you hear that people? Now people look now the next name, the next thief in one. You hear the next thief in one up there? Come here, tell enough people. These are associates of the Jamaica Labour Party, Donovan Crawford. Now I'm glad to get this report here now. The JLP had been swinging this on campaign, their campaign trail, talking about PNP because the 1995 financial meltdown, it gone so bad that me see a particular artist that always vlog for Jamaica Labour Party, right? Doesn't know him head for them tour, and that's why tonight what we say, I'll show him out.
No.
Take his microphone. Just a minute. Take his microphone. Usher him out.
Fail. None of them social media bloggers want to talk about PNP and JLP are the same thing. Them memory fail to it. And others, he simply evaded the questions. Just like our Andrew Owners, they evade the Integrity Commission questions. And so then it have to go on to feed. So people want to see the behavior of them. You understand? We want to see the behavior of them. The commission is asked to bear in mind the witness demeanor and to conclude that he was not a credible witness. You hear that, people? Now people look now the next name, the next thief in one. Hear the next thief in one up there? I'm here telling enough people. These are associates of the Jamaica Labour Party, Donovan Crawford. Now I'm glad to get this report here now. The JLP had been swinging this on campaign, their campaign trail, talking about PNP because the 1995 financial meltdown, it gone so bad that me see a particular artist that always vlog for Jamaica Labour Party, right? Doesn't know him head for them tour, and that's why tonight what we say, I'll show him out. Tonight we have to watch time out. All right. Another chief executive officer on here that's no people, Donovan Crawford and essential financial entities. No people. Another chief executive officer and majority shareholder of an intervened financial institution who gave evidence was Donovan Crawford, who hear the piece of joke and people. The former head of the CFEs, like Dr. Chen-Young, come along them. He gave evidence by video link, yeah? The two of them gave evidence by video link. Take the matter for themselves, people. After filing a 12-page statement and giving extensive evidence in the chief on June 7, 2011, Mr. Crawford appeared again before the commission on June 27, 2011, also by video link, when he was to have been cross-examined on that date. In defiance to the commission directions, Mr. Crawford refused to be cross-examined. Yeah, pressure take them. That's what them don't know how to show them the pattern of the behavior. So when Andrew Holness being backed up by the Integrity Commission investigators and said, explain the source of funds, him can't answer. On the said this is one of our class in 1995 financial meltdown Donovan. Him can't answer. The same behavior like Andrew Holness. That's what they do. Let me read it over. On that date, in defiance to the commission's directions, Mr. Crawford refused to be cross-examined. Right? Purportedly acting on the evidence and the advice of his attorney. No, Mr.
I was just saying, cutting edge. What's going on with the new name change, man? And ladies and gentlemen, that is Don Crawford right there. That is Don Crawford right there.
Let me read it over. On that date, in defiance to the commission's directions, Mr. Crawford refused to be cross-examined. Right? Purportedly acting on the evidence and the advice of his attorney. Now, Mr. Crawford's refusal to be cross-examined should be considered in the light of evidence he gave during his earlier testimony before the commission. In reference to one of the litigious matters connected with the government temporary management of the CFEs, Mr. Crawford said, all the counsel that I have been able to afford to hire advised me against appearing in person in court here. I run. So, Andrew Holness, more you understand what they're going to say now. You understand? Because you see, after the court kick out that and fit start the investigation, yeah, more know what you're going to do, you know. Them say, fire their most steel. And what do you think on it? When people are here, what do you think? Amen, somebody. Praise the Lord. Now, Mr. Crawford said, all the counsel that I have been able to afford to hire advise me against appearing in person in court. You know what I'm going there? Yeah, because you know you're guilty on backside. And believe, see if you're going to lock up your backside and you take for yourself. In retrospect, it is clear that my absence in court was interpreted as some form of tacit admission of guilt. Of course, my God, you call it out. That's when I have to call it out. Mr. Crawford's reference to his absence from court was in a relation to the case of Crawford and others versus financial institution. Now, Service Limited, in dismissing an appeal from Mr. Crawford, yeah man, if appeal get dismissed though. You think we're wrong? With a forensic expert using our collect all our evidence. You can't go around me, you know. In dismissing an appeal from Crawford against findings that he, among other things, breached his fiduciary duties to the central financial entities, the Privy Council noted Mr. Crawford refused to give the evidence in support of his case. According to the board, despite the verity of serious allegations made in the pleading against Mr. Crawford and the matters deposed by the investigating accountant as calling for explanation, neither Mr. Crawford nor any member of his family gave evidence. It is because that's what him give all the loans to him people, let me know. Unsecured loan, give to him people, let me know. And also give Seaga. This is the man who gives Seaga the unsecured loan. Yeah.
Say what now? We can't just move past that. So Mystic Sensation, yeah, said this is the man that gave Seaga an unsecured loan. And you also is saying that that brother here and him link. Very interesting. According to the report and according to Mystic Sensation. Wow. What a tangled web we weave, ladies and gentlemen. What a tangled web we weave. Oh God.
investigating accountant as calling for explanation. Neither Mr. Crawford nor any member of his family gave evidence. It is because guess what? Him give all the loans to him people, let me know. Unsecured loan to him people, let me know. And also give Seaga. This is the man who gives Seaga the unsecured loan.
Damn.
Yeah. Allow me to tell. I'm going to wait until I bring up the Privy Council document.
Rotted.
Yeah. Neither Mr. Crawford nor any member of his family gave evidence. It is well settled that in civil proceeding, the court may draw adverse inferences from a defendant decision not to give or call evidence as to matters within his knowledge or his employ. Now, let me take with this. You understand? Let's take down this money and to get into the Privy Council document. All right. A minute there.
Yeah, man. Privy Council next. Fast forward. Right. We don't have a minute in the dog. I refresh himself. Done a refresh.
I want to sit down on the things.
Alright. Go back a little bit.
Straighten myself. Come to the Privy Council document.
Let me just readjust this.
Think you are ramping them? Not ramping them, you know. What? Long them out there talk about PNP this with FINSAC. I want to sit down on the FINSAC report. How long? Me want to know now. Right? If we don't now go with display the SSL findings where we are treating them. Nigel Clark, let me tell you something. Right, I'm not going on corner, you know. You can't go and run, you know. Go and run an IMF. You understand? Me know definitely what is coming, you know. Fire coming your way.
Wow.
You remember me tell you? Now, Privy Council, the people, the wonderful people are looking at it. Okay, me just want to know some people that must see it, you know. You understand me, I said? Okay, all right. Privy Council rules against prominent former Jamaican banker. Date 2005, October 28. Right? Unclassified. You could go in it, your people. Jamaican banker. Summary. Donovan Crawford, former head of the failed Central National Bank.
Damn. Talk about the facts and evidence. Damn. Boy, hey, Mystic, you came with all the smoke tonight, boy. On this one? Oh, yeah. Ooh, oh, boy. Hey, you can't argue facts and evidence. This is documented. Oh, my goodness. Lord have mercy.
Lost its appeal. So we take it out of the report and connect it back now to the Privy Council.
Yeah.
On a note of mystic sensation that's killing them.
Yo, the man I deal with them wicked.
Know if you find the evidence, them, you know. You understand? That's why you people are here.
Exactly.
Right? So
and that's why I'm reviewing it. Because you already did the hard lifting. All I got to do is play and react. Lord have mercy. He's killing them right now.
Take some out of the report that the government had released and connecting it now. You understand? To the WikiLeaks report, you understand, and the evidence as it relates to the Privy Council decision. So then let us read over as it relates to summary 1. Donovan Crawford, former head of the failed Central National Bank, has lost his appeal to the Privy Council following a 1999 conviction in civil court for financial fraud. So he has been convicted and has been instructed to repay about $45 million to the government of Jamaica. Let me stop right there, so. I still want to say Omar Davis, you understand, guilty of the financial meltdown? Is Omar Davis first doing them? Is Omar Davis first doing
$45 million US dollar? What? 45 million US dollars? Did I hear that correctly or did he read that wrong? What the hell? It sure says 45 million US dollars. Now let's put that into context. When this happened, how much was 45 million US dollars? I mean, I could tell you what that's worth right now, but how much was it worth then? At that point, 1995, 2000. What's the date on that? On this article, on this situation right here? 2010? It must have been like early 2000. Early 2000. And the Jamaican dollar was still under 100 US, right? Yeah. Yeah, around 85, 90, 2000, 2001. If I'm not mistaken. Wow, 45 million US dollars. Yo, to the GOJ. Damn. Had to repay that?
Want you understand that?
Yo, I don't want to hear nothing about Omar Davis, bro. Yo, listen, man. I have listened to enough to come to my own conclusion. I'm going to go over the rest of it. But I've listened to enough to come to my own conclusion. This is redemption for Omar Davis. All the slander. Shout out to Mystic Sensation and his wife for the great work that they're doing. The FINSAC lies have been destroyed. I'm talking about destroyed. But wait, there's more. Let's get into it.
Although the Director of Public Prosecution has made a ruling on whether criminal charges will be filed, that ruling has not yet been made public. Crawford, who resides in the US, right, who took himself from the court and want to do what, via link.
Oh, testify.
I want to testify via link, you know, I'm going to the court. Once was the darling of the Jamaican banking sector. He was often lauded by government of Jamaica officials of his foray into non-banking areas at the time when investors were shunning the productive sector to benefit from the high interest rate regime. However, Bank, which made a number of loans, right, to connected parties. Now, people, this is now some of the things that caused the 1995 financial meltdown based on the behavior, right, of some of these entities. You understand, the CEO like Donovan Crawford, Chen-Young. They agreed. However, Crawford banks, which made a number of loans to connected parties, was soon to face a liquidity and solvency crisis and had to seek assistance from the state. This is how Omar Davis have to now utilize FINSAC now to save, right, the economy. This was like 40% of GDP being damaged under the process. Recognizing the extent of the deficit, the authorities took control of the bank and eventually charged Crawford for financial fraud. Put it up here.
What can go so? Roslyn Swamy, what's up, love? Man, listen. Shout out to Omar Davis. Until I hear otherwise, that some evidence or some information that trumps this, man, shout out to Omar Davis, man. Listen, I told y'all this year,
all lies will be exposed. That's all.
That's all.
And anyone who takes that the wrong way,
know why they take it the wrong way. The truth is the light. And we're dwelling in the light. You know what I'm saying? And I'm talking about your spirit and your heart more than anything else. All right? If you like lies, you're not going to like this platform. I can tell you that right now. I'm not saying I'm perfect. I'm not saying the platform is perfect. But my intention is to bring truth. All right? That's my intention. My intention is to bring truth. My intention is not to be a part of no lies. All right? It's not to be a part of no lies, man. Hell no.
Let's stop right here.
No, we gotta rewind that. We can't just stop right there, man. You just did a lot.
From the court.
You just did a lot, sir.
US dollars 45 million.
Right
to
there.
The government of
Let's
Jamaica.
play that back.
Let me stop right there. So I still want to say Omar Davis, you understand, guilty of the financial meltdown.
Give that man his flowers. Come on now.
Is Omar Davis pursuing them? Is Omar Davis pursuing them? Want you to understand that? Although the Director of Public Prosecution has made a ruling on whether criminal...
Yeah, guys, anytime somebody come in the chat, especially my mods, you know, anytime a new person come in the chat, please greet them. You know, say hello, say good evening, say good night. As long as you're able to and you recognize them, man. That's the way we build a community. You know what I'm saying? That's the way we build a strong community. You know, greet each other, say hello, say hi, welcome them. Welcome to all the new subs, man. And you're more than welcome to type in the chat. All right, when you catch the live shows. I know I'm getting a lot of people that is in the UK, so you know the timing is kind of off. Yes, but you know, shout out to those that stay up with me. You feel what I'm saying? What time is it? It's like 12 o'clock in the night now. So yeah, I appreciate everybody's time, man. I really do. But this is corruption at its finest for real. Yo, listen to this.
Charges will be filed. That ruling has not yet been made public. Crawford, who resides in the US, right, who took himself from the court and want to do what? Via link.
Oh, testify.
I want to testify via link, you know, I'm going to the court. Once was the darling of the Jamaican banking sector. He was often lauded by government of Jamaica officials of his foray into non-banking areas at the time when investors were shunning the productive sector to benefit from the high interest rate regime. However, bank, which made a number of loans, right, to connected parties. Now, people, this is now some of the things that caused the 1995 financial meltdown based on the behavior, right, of some of these entities. You understand, the CEO like Donovan Crawford, Paul Chen-Young, they agreed. However, Crawford banks, which made a number of loans to connected parties, was soon to face a liquidity and solvency crisis and had to seek assistance from the state. This is how Omar Davis have to now utilize FINSAC now to save, right, the economy. This was like 40% of GDP being damaged under the process. Recognizing the extent of the deficit, the authorities took control of the bank and eventually charged Crawford for financial fraud. Put it up here.
Embarrassing. He needs some milk.
Stop right here. So anybody who is talking about PNP cause financial meltdown,
let him cook.
Anybody.
Let him cook now. Let him cook. I said let him cook.
And it is coming from the Privy Council. Someone want on the dunce out there, get it in our head. Here it is. That the authorities to control of the bank and eventually charge who? Crawford. So make sense. You understand? Omar Davis put on the pressure and have Crawford charged. You don't understand now what I'm going? Okay. Now, the authorities took control of the bank and eventually charged Crawford for financial fraud. It's widely believed that his close affiliation with the opposition Jamaica Labour Party. So when we move over the next page, I read up on me, I tell them about Jamaica Labour Party operators.
Any manufacturing or robotics and automation.
Here in the Privy Council now, document is now putting out that out there. The association with the Jamaica Labour Party. Particularly, Andrew, when I say you me want to listen to me tonight, you know, Andrew. And you me want to listen to me tonight. I want you to listen to me tonight.
Hey.
Of the propaganda that you run.
Hey.
The scandal that you are running.
Hey.
That you're a scandal ship.
Hey.
It is widely believed that his close affiliation with the opposition Jamaica Labour Party did not help his cause, as no other banker has been charged. Crawford's lawyers are in the process of discussing payment, which, if made, would provide a much-needed windfall to the cash-strapped government of Jamaica. Right? Now, the UK-based Privy Council, let us get into it, people. On October 10, ruled that Dan Crawford and former top executives of the failed Century National Bank must pay the government of Jamaica an estimated $45 million in principal and interest for what? Unsecured loans made ahead of the bank's collapse in 1996. So on the seat of people, mystic sensation across the case. So this has nothing to do with FINSAC high interest rates. For some of them who are disguising themselves, some of them who cause the problem and spreading the propaganda, blaming FINSAC high interest rate, where we see international bodies like the IMF, the International Monetary Bank, right, are defending about Davis, lying, not no go so. Let me go back home and see where the Privy Council now, you understand, establish it now in clear details. Right? Detail now in clear details.
Yeah, them wicked for true,
man. The Central National Bank must pay the government of Jamaica an estimated $45 million.
No, for real, Raslin, them wicked for true. Me not even can cap. Like, what are we doing? This is one of the biggest lies told on the PNP by the JLP supporters and even members of parliament, the prime minister, that, you know what I'm saying, that somehow Omar Davis and the PNP was responsible for the financial breakdown in 1995. Come to find out, the Privy Council document and the recent FINSAC reports is saying a whole different story. So I'm confused. I'm really confused. Like, how do you tell such a bold-faced lie, man? But then they know we the people, we don't read, right? You know, this type of stream is boring. Going through going through these documents and watching somebody read and put the evidence in front of you, it's boring, right? You're not hearing about who's sleeping with who or none of that. It's boring. So they could trick you forever and have you oppressed forever and have you wobbling in corruption forever, telling you that one side or somebody else that they're up against, whoever that is, they are horrible, they're bad, they're tear down their reputation. But the truth of the matter is they were the devil the whole time. Man, make that make sense. But I'm live right now on my Bolo V&R 2.0 on OBS. And I just wanted to find out from you guys that's watching me over here, that's subscribers, because I'm live on YouTube thingy. I wanted to know if you guys got the notification that I was live. I've been live for 2 hours. Did you get a notification? Did you? Let me know.
In principal and interest for unsecured loans.
We're going to figure it out.
The bank collapsed in 1996. That's the fundamental reason why the bank collapsed. The Privy Council is expected to announce the final amount paid to the state when it hands down its written judgment later this month. The Privy Council's ruling arose from the appeal of a March 1999 decision by Jamaica Chief Justice Leslie Wolf, in which he berated the actions of Crawford and another top executive, Kate Williams, who he described as rogue bankers. Why they recall?
What? They said what? they described him as a rogue banker. So what the hell are you doing in financial affairs? Yo, this report from the Privy Council on this matter. Oh, Morocco in the building over there. Salute to you.
Rogue bankers. This is what.
Wow.
They were busy helping themselves to the bank funds. Wood said in his judgment at the time. These payments constitute a misapplication of the bank's funds. However, Crawford, who reportedly resides in Atlanta, was once regarded as a model banker, and government of Jamaica functionaries viewed his bank as a blueprint.
Oh, come on. So you telling me government officials was viewing this man that was charged for financial fraud, that he had some type of banking blueprint? Yo, you know that's corruption right there. You know that's corruption. Oh, this person definitely is gonna get clapped in my chat talking crazy. I mean, what the hell? Goodbye forever. Goodbye forever. You come in here on a political campaign. How much they pay you?
Was often lauded by government of Jamaica officials for venturing into non-banking areas such as real estate at a time when investors were shunning productive investment to benefit from the government of Jamaica's high interest rate policy. So this has nothing to do with the high interest rate policy. Right? It is not the high interest rate policy that causes the collapse. So we want people to understand that.
Yes, so
now let us read on.
That is debunked. The high interest rates did not cause the 1995 collapse in Jamaica. That has been debunked. Totally debunked based off the evidence from the Privy Council and from the FINSAC report. And that the FINSAC report is not even the full report, because they restricted some of the information on there that could give you further context as to how this tangled web was weaved. You know what I'm saying? Very interesting.
Ironically, people, it was Crawford. Here it is. It was Crawford's foray into non-core activities, which was partly responsible for the bank's demise. When you hear that, people? More know if you hear that. Eh? Andrew, want to hear that? Ironically, it was Crawford's foray into non-core activities, which was partly responsible for the bank's demise. A number of unsecured loans were made. Why the bank faced such demise? The number of unsecured loans were made to connected parties, many of them in the Jamaica Labour Party. Many of them in the Jamaica Labour Party. The source of the 1995 financial meltdown. None of them defaulted, take money and did not pay the loan, defaulted on their debts. People must talk about the thing now.
So what you're saying is that they got loans and they didn't pay it back. And they allegedly, well, according to the document, they got loans illegally because they was friends with people and they still didn't pay it back. And they got multiple loans allegedly. You can't make this up, man.
Yes.
Corruption is the worst.
See here, as a number of unsecured loans were made to connected parties.
Ooh, they got unsecured loans by a financial banking institute, and they got multiple unsecured loans. Yeah, that's definitely corruption right there.
To finance these investments.
Wow.
In particular, the bank loans to companies owned by Crawford. Look on the slackness now, people.
Companies owned by him?
Look on the slackness, yes, sir.
Is that Edward Seaga? Oh, wow, wait a minute. Oh, it's heating up. Wait, it's heating up. It's heating up. Yo, I'm ending this live on YouTube, regular YouTube. I'm ending this live. Come over to my other live if you're interested to see what's going on. Yo, is that Edward Seaga in the article right there? Ironically, it was Crawford's foray in non-core activities, which was partly responsible for the bank's demise, as a number of unsecured loans were made to the connected parties to finance these investments. In particular, the bank made loans to companies owned by Crawford, his mother, and former opposition leader, Prime Minister Edward Seaga. Oh! 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 Oh!
Embarrassing.
We need some milk.
Okay.
All lies will be exposed.
Okay.
That's all. And anyone who takes that the wrong way, know why they take it the wrong way.
Here we go.
Something not right, my wisdom warriors.
Here we
Something
go.
is not right.
Hey.
Tell about them.
Hey, you cannot lie on this man. People cannot be lying on Edward Seaga. Yo, this dude was no good for real, bruh. I'm talking about, man. And this dude, Jamaica should have known. Jamaica should have known that Andrew Holness was no good. From the moment you guys saw Edward Seaga bless him, call him, you remember that? You remember when before Edward Seaga died? Y'all should have known that Andrew Holness was no good. Yo, I've not heard nothing good about Edward Seaga. Ever. I ain't heard nothing good about this man. Calling people scandal bag. All of the things that I've heard nothing good about Edward Seaga. Part of the CIA allegedly. All of the stuff that the CIA did in Jamaica allegedly burning down freaking homes with elderly women in there. There's a whole documentary on that. And now you're telling me that this dude Crawford was friends with Seaga and he was friends with Dr. Cheng-Young that was charged for financial fraud from the 1990s debacle? The financial meltdown? Bro, these guys gotta be agents, bro. These guys were sent here to destroy this country. Ain't no way. That's my opinion, based off the evidence. This shit was done on purpose, bro. No freaking way. This cannot be coincidence. Look at this. This man gave a loan to his own company that his mother and former opposition leader Edward Seaga owned. His mother. That's pretty close. For you to own a company with your mother and Edward Seaga, y'all gotta be good friends. Anybody you own a company with your mother and you and the next person, that's kind of family right there, in my opinion. Wow. And he gave unsecured loans to his own company that Edward Seaga was a part of. That's crazy. One such loan was made to an affiliate company to construct the over 700 rooms Renaissance Hotel. Damn! Hell, say it ain't so, man. Oh, no, man.
Stop it.
Oh,
Get some
no,
help.
say it ain't so. What? Yo, guys, shit alive. That's crazy.
Look here. In particularly, the bank made loans to companies owned by Crawford himself, his mother, and former opposition leader and Prime Minister Udis. Call it out, wife.
Edward Seaga.
Call it out now.
Edward Seaga.
Hey, wifey, when the husband says call it out, say it strong. Don't say it timid. Edward Seaga. Yeah. Say it loud and proud. They're on the document. Jesus Christ, them people are wicked. No, sir.
One more time.
She laugh. She laugh, so you can't drop me out. Hey, Mystic, big up yourself, my boss. Hey, then, hey, reading, me I tell you from what I enjoy learning, you know. Cause I learn, you know. And me I open and learn with me, you know. And if you didn't know before, revise history is sometime good. Mighty God of Daniel. Them people are wicked for real, you know, brother. Me backside.
Hallelujah. Praise the Lord. Amen.
Praise the Lord. Amen.
Somebody give me an amen in the chat.
Can I get an amen in the chat and some fire emojis? All lies will be exposed. That's all. Right? Not true.
All lies will be exposed. That's all.
You remember
and anyone who takes that the wrong way, know why they take it the wrong way.
You remember good. You think a joke thing. Amen and amen. See when you're so wrestling. You understand? Amen 8 times. Hey, partner, normal enough.
Somebody, please give me an amen.
What you mean? Jesus.
Let's just read it over. In particularly, the bank made loans to companies owned by Crawford, his mother, and former opposition leader. Yes. And Prime Minister Edward Seaga, me get 6. Amen, somebody. One such loan was made to an affiliated company to construct the over 700-room Renaissance Hotel. The unsecured loans to connected parties took a toll on the liquidity and salary.
Hold on there. I Renaissance Hotel that where they in a Sentan. We turn Sunrise Hotel. We turn one next name. I remember my next name. My backside.
Solvency of the bank when they could not be financed. What happened now? This prompted the institution to approach the government of Jamaica for assistance in 1996.
Oh, so you tell me say the unsecured loan to connect parties took a toll on the liquidity and solvency of the bank. What is liquidity and solvency? Let us go to Google, guys. Let us go to Google. I'm telling you, say if you stick around over here, so you learn something, you know. Every day when we learn something, if you stick around here, so trust me, I tell you. Because we're not going to go on like so we know and we don't know. Solvency is the first word me I go look for because I first me I see that word there. Solvency. Liquidity, me kind of have a, you know, a meaning of that. What does it mean? Solvency, it says here, the possession of assets in excess of liabilities. The ability to pay one's debt. So, the company was confident that solvency could be maintained. In this case, the company was not confident that solvency could be maintained. Them couldn't pay off them debts, ladies and gentlemen. The possession of assets was what is it? The possession of assets in excess of liabilities. No, in this case, the possession of assets, liabilities was in excess and assets was minimal. You understand? So let's go back to the make we look on the article again. Can I understand liquidity? Solvency. It says this unsecured loans to connected parties took a toll on liquidity. So solvency means them have more assets than liabilities. But because of the unsecured loans, it took a toll on their assets versus liabilities. So there was an imbalance. So there was no more solvency. The word that we just look up, what it actually mean is a positive thing. Where your assets is in excess of your liabilities. Liabilities is your debt. You feel what I say? So the bank had more liabilities than assets because of those unsecured loans. Mighty God of Daniel, make we look for liquidity. Jesus Christ, the man are evil. Eh? In a business, liquidity. You know, business, brother. Liquidity refers to the ease with which an asset or security can be converted into ready cash without affecting its market price. Rotted. So they not even did have liquidity because them did have less assets. They never have asset enough where they could have liquefy to become raw cash. So they in a so much debt. Not even that couldn't help them. Hey, cash is the most liquid asset, while tangible items are less liquid. The two main types of liquidity are market liquidity and accounting liquidity. We are learning some local financial people. Jeez, some peas. I hope to get it. No, sir. Mighty God. Hey, this man here? When there? Not him. When there? Him this? No, him are one of them, but jeez, some peas. That brother, hey, in dangerous. Dangerous.
So how not blame Omar Davis?
I can't wait to.
You know, me can't wait for your top talk, so me can get back to you video. Thank you.
How you are blaming the PNP?
That more I know too. Make it make sense,
right?
Bro.
When funds were not available to pay depositors, however, recognizing the magnitude of the deficit, the government of Jamaica was forced to take control of the bank. The director of the public prosecution, DPP, who was called in the probe the activities of the bank, ruled that Crawford, his mother, and top executives were to be charged for financial fraud. Let us get back into that document. You understand?
So it says here, the director of public prosecution, who was called into probe activities, ruled that Crawford, his mother, and top executives were to be charged for financial fraud. It is widely held that his close affiliate with the Jamaica Labour Party did not help his case, as to date no other banker has been charged despite what?
And because we are not leaving the document, we are breaking it down tonight. So get back where I left off, honey. I hope you mark it. You understand? We are getting into the meat of the matter. Let me look one moment, the beautiful people in the chat. You understand? Over here, when we burn it, we burn living lava.
I tell you.
You understand? Of course, and we are touching the guilty. You understand as it relates to FINSAC, so we're getting back now into the belly of the report. Just one for clarity and understanding. Where that is concerned. Wife, thank you, doing a wonderful job. All right. Now let us get into the details. The people want to know what's going on. Digging out. No. Let us pick up back from 40.
Yeah.
The commission is also invited to know the many decisions of the courts. Mr. Crawford appealed all the way to the Privy Council twice.
What?
Losing at upper level. In one of the cases decided by the Privy Council, after extensive argument was made on Mr. Crawford's behalf, the court held that the decision to assume.
The man got the Privy Council twice. He spent a piece of food. Figure clearing name and then deny him twice. You know what that mean?
Guilty! That nigga is guilty!
Damn!
Temporary management of the CFEs was properly and lawfully undertaken. In the case that went to the Privy Council, the central issue was whether Mr. Crawford had breached his fiduciary duties to the CFEs. In dismissing Mr. Crawford's appeal, the Privy Council expressly, so he lost the appeal again, expressly agreed with the Chief Justice who presided over the trial that one of Mr. Crawford's transactions was steeped in fraud. With the paper, steeped in fraud. It is submitted that the Commission should not allow Mr. Crawford to attempt to relitigate issues already determined by the courts. How we are going with it?
Pauline Dixon, big up.
And that's why we see Andrew Holness doing the same thing. The Integrity Commission back him up and ask him for a source of funds. Him can't take the pressure, he's not responding. And so then the Integrity Commission investigator said, okay, since you are not responding, we are not to complete our investigation. So when we hear Tricky, Charles Jr. asking the IC if they do supplementary report when they submit it to Parliament are completed report, you must understand where Colonel Charles is going. Yes, the IT do completed reports. But why was that report completed? It completed to the fact and the basis that Andrew Holness was not responding as related to the Integrity Commission.
Exactly.
Relating to, let me teach you something, Colonel Charles Jr. Relating to illicit enrichment.
Right.
And so then that is where it stops. You know, because the IC submitted that report, you are saying it is final. We know where you are going with that. Right? Remember, you and your old dinosaur politics cannot utilize in this time. The Titans are here. Mystic Sensation is here. You understand? Aromatic is here. Yes. Hot off for the press is there. And Isabel Rowe. Andre Stevens. Hot Coffee. Jamaican Carlos. Who works, you know. Ratigan. Jesus Christ, can you imagine Ratigan and my brother? I forgot Ratigan. You understand? Maria. We are here in the space. Bolo.
Right.
And Bolo anyway, they bless up yourself.
Big up yourself, my boss. I wife. Remember me, hey. Hey, big up your wife, you know, hey. Hear that again. Let me take my big up, you know. That me I tell you, I take my big up. Big up Mystic Sensation. Me love your platform, me love your work.
I forgot Ratigan. You understand? Maria. We are here in the space. Bolo V&R. And Bolo anyway, they bless up yourself. The youth.
My respect.
Bolo, you're going to do some great job. I love the job that you're doing.
Thank
Bolo,
you,
I want you to continue the work.
Thank you,
you understand?
sir.
You're on a good mission.
Thank you, sir.
Now, talk to my TV. Over the play with people.
A different type of fire, but big up talking about TV anyway. Then sometimes you have to be careful when you're walking and talking about TV platform. Cause look how fire might touch upon you. I swear. They're money in the ramp.
Alright, let us get into the document. Objectives, operations of FINSAC. It is important to note that FINSAC was established after it became apparent that the problems in the financial sector were widespread. Let us talk to them again, you know. The people that would blame FINSAC. I could talk to them.
Somebody said antigen, we can't forget.
Antigen, we can't forget antigen. Big up yourself because antigen.
Yeah, man, big up. Hey, a whole heap of people. If you ever start big up people, you can't stop. A whole heap of people are burning fire upon the platform. I not lie.
Tell you a bunch of every fire over there, you know.
I tell you.
All of the people that won't forget, remember, say, Mystic Sensation love all of you in the space.
True.
Because all of you are doing some good work. You understand that, say? Bless up on yourself. You understand Mystic Sensation loving them. You understand it takes time. Right? People need to know the hard work that all of you guys are doing. It is not easy to bring forth, you understand, and deal with situations like this.
Yo, me really hope say people them where watch your page and what really appreciate if people them where do the work all the way. Me really hope so you appreciate the time and effort that is spent into what we're doing. Trust me. You know, really the energy we put in it, the loss of sleep, and then when some people say you get some donation or you tell people say yo, the donation link is pinned if you want to support the platform. No matter about say you big donation. I go in them say them bad mind, but they not talk about them prime minister we have 28 account and allegedly in a type of illegal activity. Allegedly. Right? Yet to be determined. Zin, but the look man when they are son do them thing. When they see them up, people are bless them up. Oh, my this and oh, my that and my this and try to put certain things on your name. And man they are do the right thing and you see me? Yo, but I God and time, you know. I God and time. Can you see? What God has for you, no man can stop that, you know. Good or bad, you know. Yeah, good or bad. You see if God have a gripe with you, like how God have a gripe with Andrew Honest, no matter how much people pray for Andrew Honest, if Andrew Honest will step in front of God genuine and repent, thus saith the Lord, you can fill in the blank after that. That me I tell you.
But you're in the space. Sulfur, big up yourself. Sulfur,
big up yourself. Big up yourself.
Now, objective operations of FINSAC. Let us tell them, let them beware for all the naysayers who want to try to say that PNP and GLP are the same thing. We are telling them now, The propaganda of the JLP continue to do widespread damage. But you are lying now to yourself because this time you will not to pass with your PR stunt.
No PR stunt.
It is important to know that FINSAC was established after it became apparent that the problems in the financial sector were widespread. So you want to get back out of the naysayers.
Again, game over.
All lies will be exposed. That's all. And anyone who takes that the wrong way know why they take it the wrong way.
43. It is important to note that FINSAC was established after it became apparent that the problems in the financial sector were widespread. That means a problem them did they already. FINSAC never caused a problem. FINSAC was there to alleviate and help people that put themselves or was put in problem. You understand? You get it? So we don't want to hear no more argument about Omar Davis and FINSAC. The report and the documentation clearly states, clearly and unequivocally states that Omar Davis and FINSAC was there to help people, not to destroy anybody. The problem was already there. So only just listen, man.
Stop the cap.
All the lies.
Stop the cap right now. Stop the cap. No bullshit.
Yo, you know more than to start though. You know more than to start though. You see any you hear one ignorant smaddy, one dumb smaddy, one uninformed person, one uneducated person, out of them mouth about FINSAC and the foolishness when I say years ago. Just point them to that video or point them to Mystic Sensation video. Yeah, man. Just give them a link. Copy a link and send it to them WhatsApp and say, yo, watch and research the information. Period. Don't argue with them. Don't waste your energy. Don't raise up your blood pressure. Cause time short. You understand what I say? And you know, just don't raise up your blood pressure. Don't do that. Just send them the link to the video and make them watch it. Alright, that's it there.
You want to get that? It's inaccurate to speak of FINSAC having clients who they treated badly.
Yo, you hear that? It is inaccurate. It is inaccurate to speak of FINSAC having clients who they treated badly. All these clients of FINSACs and their loan agreements were inherited. From the intervened financial institution. Against the backdrop, FINSAC was established to protect the savers in failed institution, the pensioners and employees whose pension funds were mismanaged by the failed institutions, and the holders of insurance policies issued by the failed institutions. Come on, man. Come on, man. Yo, me not gonna further. Me not gonna no further. Me not gonna no further. Me a stop right there, so. There's more, but you no go watch it to yourself. Me a stop right there, so. Yeah, man. Big up Mystic Sensation, man. Big up Mystic Sensation. You understand? And it's a damn shame. Look at some of these individuals. Right? If them never wanna run up their mouth, they wanna do too much, or them involved directly. This man here, Mr. Howard, a film name called up Primos with Seaga a while ago. Zane, this man here. Right? And him link with the brother, this a brother here. Mr. Cheng, Mr. Chen-Young. Mr. Chen-Young. Him and him a brethren. Zane. Him and him a brethren. And Seaga they na mix somebody so. Right? This a man your mother, Mr. Howard in the mix too, because she was a part of the company we get unsecured loan. How much involvement she is into it, I don't know. Right? And then hey, you know, say me hear somebody say the same game I play. Cause look on this man you know. Andrew Owens, farmer lawyer. Backside. What a tangled web we weave. Eh? Jamaica, I don't want a real place now. You know, so Jamaica I don't want a real place. Box cover. No, sir. I don't think I have one picture in my computer for Edward Seaga. To tell you the truth. I don't want to tell you. Let me go look. Oh yes, I have one for true. Why do you have me to get it? I put up a whole of them picture up there. Yeah, man. Everybody picture go up, man. Juliet, where you there? Where you there? Oh, they say that? Oh, yeah. I'm fine. Because you're part of a new era now, and you're the first lady. Eh? Mighty God of Daniel. Eh? Oh, that Andrew something. Let me find Mr. Seaga there and put him up on the Summer Jam screen. What a bangarang. JLP bangarang no normal, my friend. It's a serious bangarang, brother. Seaga, see me? Talk side. Wow. Wow. Let me see. Oh yeah, that one there, alright. EOJ. Oh, okay, that's him. Yeah man, join him over here, so. You see, pray. Alright, that's right there, people. Alright, that's right there. The old and the new, you know? The past and the present. The truth versus the lie. Jamaica is not a real place. But telling you, know, you see, it will come to a point where they fear the most, I go manifest. Because I'm telling you, say God is really in control, and God have him eye upon them people here. And gotta expose all of them. We can't put all of them on the screen, obviously. But they know themselves. And I don't know what them a do. We just know say God know what them a do. Whatever them a do, yeah, God not pleased with them. Some of them not with us anymore. Some of them soon gone. Thus saith the Lord. I'm gonna do one video. I do a video about death in the cabinet. Mr. Peter Chambers video I react to. I don't know if you want to watch it yet. That I think is a 2-part series. Me drop 3 videos today. Wanna go check it out. Me drop 3 videos today. If you guys haven't watched them yet, go and check it out. 3 upload. Yeah, upon the Monday, upon the Heroes Day. But my God, wow. Let's take all these guys off the screen, man. Mighty God of Daniel. Sheesh. Boy.
Hello and welcome.